Hey man, what's up? I want to make this video because I got another theory. This ain't really a SYSBM topic. You don't got to watch this video. You don't even got to care if you don't want to. But I know there's some people on the channel that like when I talk about certain topics. Videos ago, I talked about the whole thing with, the Asian hate and stuff. I said that was going to be my last time talking about it, which it is. But I came up with another theory that Candace Owens out here doing the most, bro. She's basically like a black Karen. She's over here doing the most, being a token puppet for these WSs out here. She's over here talking about the Aryan nation and Asians are both systematically oppressed. Wow. I'm like, this is some borderline hypocrisy. It's a dog and pony show at this point with Candace Owens. Like, you cannot take this shit serious. And I don't understand how some of you brothers actually support this shit. I don't understand it. But hey, to each his own. Everybody gonna support who they want to support. But she was talking about how she was talking about how whites and Asians are both systematically oppressed. This is the way what they're gonna do. She was saying this on Fox News with Carson Tucker and rest of these other cats. She was on Fox News spreading that narrative like a virus. They over there nodding and grin. Well, they nodding their head up and down like they agree with her. Fools gotta understand, people like her, they're only allowed to be around certain people because they want to use them as shields to hide their own bigotry. They're using them as a barrier to hide their own bigotry. So just in case somebody called them out, hold up, a black person said this. They said this. I can't be because I didn't say it. This black person said this. Some of you guys don't understand the dog and pony show with these cats, with these WSs. I understand. Still learning, but I understand some of these tricks, some of these word games, and these 10 for touch and cold words. But she tried to kind of put them together, and then I already know what it is because the right, the far right, especially these Aryans, and then especially some of these Asians who's on the far right, they're gonna roll with that narrative, right? And then they're gonna try to get together, become allies and shit, and go against the black peoples. I mentioned this before on one of my videos that when you look at some of these, and so-called anti-Asian attacks, right? Especially the ones that's so-called perpetrated by a black person, right? Look at the comment section. Mad racial undertones, my guy. Like white supremacist dog whistles in there. People rehashing white supremacist talking points. And if I didn't know the racial background of those people, I would just assume they're a bunch of WSs. And I'm not saying that every single person of Asian descent feel that type of way. I'm not saying that at all. But at the end of the day, there's a problem. Specifically here in America. A lot of people got colonized, just brainwashed, whitewashed, westernized. And people out here believe in the okie doke. Specifically here in America. And people, they're starting to get out of that. Starting to become a little bit more open-minded ever since the whole start Asian hate thing. Now they're starting to see the dog and pony show. I mean, some of them always knew it. It got to the point where they had no choice but to speak up instead of keeping their head down and silent because the system doesn't care. The power structure doesn't care. You ain't one of them. You won't get that word too. But that's a rift between Asian society. There's Asian society, they know what the deal is. And there's people within Asian society that still want to dip their toe on the other side. Try to get closer to the power structure. Cater towards the power structure. And those type of Asians, they're trying to link up, team up with the WSs. Just how I called it out on my other video. It's like some of those Asians underneath the comment section, it was like they were sending dog whistles to these WSs that basically to team up against the black peoples. And based on what Candace Owens was doing, and she did this on Fox News, and I already know how these right wing extremists be. They're going to take certain narratives and they're going to roll with it. And it's going to be the white ones and the Asian ones. They're going to link up together to some type of coalition and go against the blacks. That's just how I see it, which is not surprising at all. I mean, I'm not surprised one bit. It is what it is. I'm just trying to point out an observation. I'm not even telling you guys to care or anything like that. I'm just trying to point out observation. And I'm just wondering if you guys see this or not. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. But here's the funny thing that a lot of those westernized Asians don't understand is that the same people that you're trying to cater to, they're going to end up stabbing you in the back. They're going to end up turning on you because right now, tensions are pretty much was high with America and China. Maybe they'll get even more higher, or maybe when Biden gets replaced, meaning he loses the next turn, and they get a Republican in there, they're gonna start cleaning up house, man. They're gonna they're gonna get rid of that crime bill, and they're gonna start beefing with China again, and tensions gonna get high. And the Aryan nations, they're gonna start showing a lot of these Asians how they feel again. They're gonna go in, and we're never gonna go to war. We're not gonna go to war with China or any of these Asian countries. It's just gonna be a Cold War, if that. It'll probably be a major Cold War, and that's it. They might try to flex like we're going to war, but we're not going to war. But, that's all I got to say. It's just a little theory. I'm not saying that it's going to be true or not. I'm just pointing out observation. Nothing more, nothing less. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.